In a culture that rewards visibility, something strange keeps happening. The most grounded people are often the least visible. They don't announce their wins, they don't document their mornings, they don't explain themselves online, and yet they move with a calm clarity and quiet power that attention seekers rarely have. Psychology offers an explanation for this. Silence is often misread as insecurity, but in many cases, it's the opposite. People who stay off the feed are often deeply self assured, not because they're afraid of being seen, but because they no longer need to be. The first reason is internal validation. These individuals don't rely on external feedback loops to regulate their self worth. They don't need likes, comments, or reactions to confirm that their life is meaningful. Research on self-determination theory shows that people with strong internal validation systems are less driven by approval and more anchored in autonomy. Their progress feels personal. Their growth feels private, not hidden, just sacred. They don't broadcast milestones because they're living inside them. The second reason is attention economics. Modern platforms confuse exposure with connection, but psychologically, constant visibility fragments focus and increases stress. People who opt out understand the cost. They trade attention for peace. They protect their nervous system the way others protect their image. Studies on cognitive load show that being continuously observed, even passively, increases mental fatigue. So instead of making their joy consumable, they keep it intact. Being unseen becomes a form of power. The third reason is mastery. Silence is often mistaken for absence, but psychologically, silence is where deep work happens. These people aren't missing, they're building. Skill acquisition, creativity, and identity formation all require long periods of uninterrupted focus, and focus doesn't survive constant performance. While others document the process, these individuals disappear into it. They're not updating strangers, they're refining themselves. They don't look behind because they're already ahead. The fourth reason is selective social energy. These people aren't antisocial, they're discerning. Psychology shows that emotional energy is finite. Every interaction pulls from the same system that regulates stress, motivation, and presence. So they limit access. They speak when it adds value, not noise. They share selectively. They lead themselves. Privacy becomes a boundary, not a wall. That's why their presence feels heavier when they do appear. It's concentrated, undiluted. Lone wolves don't reject the pack out of fear. They leave because they don't need it. And that leads to the real conclusion. Power doesn't need volume. Growth doesn't need witnesses. Significance doesn't require an audience. Sometimes the strongest move is to go quiet, not to disappear forever, but to return as someone unmistakably solid.